Uncover the wisdom of the feminine through soulful conversations on spirituality, healing, relationships, self-leadership, sovereignty, and so much more. I'm your host, Tamar, feminine embodiment facilitator, feminine arts mentor, and soul tantrika. In this podcast, my goal is to take you deeper into the world of the feminine, stepping more into your feminine pleasure, power, authentic truth, and your sovereignty. Welcome to the Feminine Codes podcast. Hello, welcome to the Feminine Codes. It's been a little while, and I have finally been feeling like I wanted to come on and share. It's the winter season. If you've seen any of my other posts on social media, which I have not really been on, I was very much in the hermit phase, very much in the winter season, and wanting to just be within and go within. I'm finally coming out of that space of rest and hibernation. So there's been a lot going on, and Happy New Year. We are now in the new year. If you are not as aware, and I'm just pulling up some notes that I want to go over today, the Gregorian calendar was not the true calendar. And I totally believe that the new year begins with the first day of spring, which we just had the spring equinox on, I believe it was March 20th or 21st, typically falls right around there. And so we are now welcoming finally the year of the horse, which is the Chinese astrology, which started a little bit before the spring equinox. But I can officially say that we are definitely in the year of the horse and out of the year of the snake. Yeah, they really mess things up whenever they change the calendars. And I don't really feel like the New Year should be in the middle of winter when everything is in hibernation. Like, I don't really feel that that is the time of new beginnings. And yet that's when we celebrate it. That's really the time when we need to be hermiting. We need to be nurturing ourselves, growing our roots deeper, really doing the dream work and the preparations of rest and rejuvenation for the new year ahead, for what is going to be happening the remainder of the year. And that is not the time for big celebrations and going out all the time, and all this planning and partying that we do is not the middle of winter when everything's frozen over and looks like it's dead on the surface. That leads to burnout. It leads to a lot of burnout and dysregulation of our nervous systems and adrenals. So coming back to honoring the cycles of nature and the earth and how it relates to our own bodies is very, very important. And that is a part of ancient wisdom. It's a part of the feminine codes. So first I want to ask, how was the year of the snake for you? I am Scorpio, and I'm really good at death and rebirth and transformation. And I can honestly say that last year was a lot. It was a lot. And I'm really happy that it's done. I'm happy for the new year. I'm happy for this change to the fire horse. I can really feel that this year is going to be bringing a lot of beautiful transformations. I feel it in my body. I only envision it, but I see it. I could feel what's happening. And it was the beginning of this year, I guess what we consider 2026, the beginning of when we began to celebrate it in January, that I remember saying to people around me that by the end of this year, I'm not going to be the same person. it's not really the version of me that I can really comprehend yet. I guess that's the way to say it. So, how was the year of the snake for you? What did you find that really transformed for you by the end of the year? How do you feel like that transformation is leading you into becoming the person that you will be by the end of this year? And I find that that's a theme. So, yes, how was it for me? I am feeling like I am on a new trajectory and one that has been coming for a long time. I took a pause from this work. I took a pause from everything, to be honest. I just went within and decided to just focus on my own health, my own well being, getting back into my practices and my rituals, especially like my body rituals, embodiment practices. I last year had a lot of tests run. I had some pain in my lower abdomen, and doesn't matter what kind of test I did, I had everything that you can imagine: blood work, ultrasounds, colonoscopy, CAT scans, uh, you name it, I had it, and no one could find the answer. I just went back this time, and they did find a cyst in my ovary, which is not a big deal. Thankfully, I know how to heal that. I just graduated with a certification in a deeper level of womb awakening and clearing and healing ancestral trauma, just conception. Uh, yes, and part of that is working with the ovaries. And so I will be working on healing my body at this time, but I'm really happy to have found an answer. And what I can say is that I've been dealing with this pain for 3 years, and it comes and goes, and it's very fascinating how the body works. So when this happened was at a time in my life where I had been working on a design company. I took on a business partner, and then I ended up going through all of my financial savings, trying to build this business with my business partner. I had moved out of my place to work on it for a few months. And by the end of the time that I actually extended the time that I was going to work on it, and I could no longer, front anything. I had no money. I had no place to live. I had then no job, and everything that I put into that business, yes, I could have started over on my own, but it just seemed like a lot of work at that time. And I found myself back in fight or flight, and I didn't trust my creation process. And so it makes 100% sense why I was having issues that have led to a cyst in my ovaries. But that is something that I can easily clear and heal, and I'm not worried about it. But it's just really beautiful how the body works, and it's always speaking to us. Our body is always talking, and we just have to learn to listen. And I didn't stop with the test. I kept going. They never found anything. I knew that something was there. And what I was getting at was that I'm so conscious of my body. I'm so aware of the subtle shifts inside of my body because I've been doing this work for so long, that there was nothing there at the time. There were a few little follicles that they saw even less than a year ago. But I believe that because I'm so attuned with my body, I could feel that something was off. I could already feel it. And this has happened to me before, years ago, with another thing that I had going on with my body, that nothing was showing that would have related to what was happening inside my body. But I kept telling everyone, like, I know that I have an allergy to this. No one believed me. They're like, oh, well, you're not showing the signs. You don't have a rash showing on your body. And I said, no, I really do have an allergy. And it took until I had a rash on my body for them to actually believe what I was saying. I was just so in tune with my body at that time. Even this is the beauty of the work. I had a feeling it was my ovary probably 2 years ago. I had someone look into it, and they didn't find anything. So I kept looking, thinking that maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was my colon. Maybe it was allergies to food, who knows? But I ended up finding it. It was what I thought. As I said, the beauty of embodiment work and really getting to know ourselves and our bodies. Okay, so we are now into spring. We're into a new year. And spring is the time of the maiden. It's the time of the young girl coming into her fullness, like really blossoming and wanting to be out in the world. And so now we're transitioning from a quiet period of winter into wanting to go out, wanting to be more vibrant. So, what are you wanting to create in this new year? What are the seeds that you're planting for your vision for this year? Take some time and do that. Write them down. Really get clear. It's not really the January 1st where we do this, it's now. And so, if you have fallen off the bandwagon, so to speak, and find that you weren't holding up to the visions that you had, those dreams that you had, what you're wanting to seed into the world, then let's start over. Like what are you wanting to plant? What are you wanting to grow? And I've been working on something in the background while I've taken this time just for my own vision, and I'll be launching that sometime soon. It's really quite opposite. It's not really quite opposite, but it's different than what I'm doing here. And I'm really excited about it because it's a different version of me. It's a different aspect of me that I get to really play with and have fun with. And that is the joy of the maiden, is play and fun and finding excitement and life and joy. What is it that you want to embody and create? That's what I get to do right now. What that looks like is totally up to me in that moment. And as women, we can change from month to month, week to week. And that's the beauty of being a woman. It's the excitement of possibility and creativity, which is a part of the ovaries. That creative energy and our sexuality, being our creative life force, are super important for being able to create and manifest our dreams into the world. And so I encourage you to sit down and really think about what that is for you. Where can you add more vibrancy and life and creativity and joy and play into your life this spring? Yes, I'm just reading my notes. So as we speak, as I'm reading this, as I share right now, I am really working deeply on more aspects of embodying the feminine codes, of awakening deeper levels. I just pulled that out of the feminine codes within my own system, within my own blueprint. I think that this is a really it's really an embodiment of my own work. There's a few different ways that I'm doing that right now, and I will probably share that as the year goes. But activating those codes within our blueprints, within our DNA, is important with where this new world is going. It's important for birthing the new humanity that's also connected to the ancient original blueprint of divine beings. And so the more that we activate these codes, the more that humanity will shift in a more beautiful and conscious way. So what are those codes that you feel inclined to or destined to embody in this lifetime? And it's not the same for everyone. It's not the same for every woman. So really get clear, maybe take some time to be silent and feel into what those codes are for you. I'm still writing my book slowly, but some of the codes that I have activated in this lifetime are the codes of divine partnership and Heros Gamos. And the queen, the mother. The mother doesn't have to be that we are actually birthing children. We get to be a mother of life and a protectress of the life around us. We get to grow and nurture life. And that's a really beautiful aspect of woman, the warrioress. There are many, many, many. Yes, the feminine codes are an aspect of womanhood that are desperately needed in our world today. We're needing to bring them back online. We're needing to embody them as women. As I watch this modern world, as I watch our world shift and things change, I find it becoming faster and faster. Like this pace that we're living in is super fast and dysregulating if we're not grounded in our bodies and connected to the earth and connected to the cosmos in a way that we're really embodied and channeling the truth, really living from our authenticity and living from a place of I keep getting and seeing that we must be grounded. We have to be grounded, but also connected to source, divine source, creator. So it's both. It's this channel, right? Sorry, I see things and they don't always come out as as in clarity with my words, and I'm getting messages. Oh, okay. Herbs. It's all about herbs. Anyway, so what I am desiring more and more is the simpler way of life, is to come back to a simpler way of being, connected to nature, connected to the present moment, and not so focused on what is happening in the future, but being so completely present with what is in front of me, with my home, with my family, with my body, with the foods that I eat, with the people in front of me, with what I'm doing moment to moment, and the beauty and simplicity in that. I want to cook. I want to make homemade pasta. I want to bake. I want to grow a garden, and I'm growing herbs and little lemon trees right now from seeds. And that is a part of being feminine. That is a part of the feminine codes. It's this nurturing aspect of being a woman. And I just want to enjoy that. And I find that this break that I have taken is me allowing myself to do that. It's me allowing myself to be so fully present in my daily life and in the moment that really fills me up and allows me to then shine that light that fills us up from the inside out. And we need that as women, shine that light out into my world. And that light touches the people that I touch, the people that I connect with. Sorry, I probably should change that lingo. But it affects the people that come into my energy. That light of the feminine, of love, of divine love. And so really embodying that aspect of divine love through filling up our vessel, our temple, our body with joy. And that could be something so simple as being present in the moment. It doesn't mean that every moment has to be stress-free, because it's not going to be. But coming back to our center and being present, bringing ourselves back into that presence. Because what is anxiety and stress is either thinking about the past or the future. It's not being present. It's something that I've had to do for myself, is to bring myself back into this present moment and really focus on the simplicity of things, the beauty of what is in front of me, and being grateful for whatever that is, even if it's just the glass of sparkling water that I have, or the herbs that I cut and then I'm growing. It could be something as simple as that. But those things light us up. Those things are what fill us up and allow us to continue to be that guiding light. Okay, let me see. If there's anything else that I wanted to share. I I guess that's it. That's all I really wanted to share right now. I am still not in full force coming back to my work at the moment. I will be back, and until then, I will come on and share whatever I feel called to share in the moment. Yeah. All right. Until then,